Did you know that over 2/3 of American adults don't have an estate plan? Today, we're going to uncover the top reasons why many people avoid estate planning and why it's crucial that you don't fall into these traps. Hi, I'm estate planning attorney Mike Smith with Smith Barid LLC, and I'm one half of the Estate Planning Guys. In this video, we're going to explore the common reasons that people fail to do estate planning and why it's vital for you to overcome these barriers. The first one is that a lot of people believe, hey, estate planning's only for the wealthy. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's a myth. Everyone has an estate, because an estate is just a term that we use under the law to refer to everything that you own. So if you own anything, then you have an estate. No matter whether it's a grand estate like the Biltmore or you're living out of the back of your car, you still have an estate. And you need to do proper planning so that when you're not here anymore, it's not a giant mess for your family to sort out. So a lot of people think, hey, estate planning is just for the wealthy. Complete myth. Have to have an estate plan. You need to have beneficiaries designated on any of your accounts that require beneficiaries. Set up arrangements to take care of your debts and ensure that any loved ones that you have, whether that's children, a pet perhaps, or parents, that they're properly cared for if something happens to you. Now, the number two reason that people often put off estate planning is just procrastination and denial. It's easy to think, well, gosh, I can take care of this later. I'm too young to worry about this. Nothing like that's going to happen to me. And the fact of the matter is that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't even know what's going to happen later today. So you really just don't know what can happen. And if you put off estate planning, your procrastination can lead to some unfortunate consequences for your family and your loved ones. So you need to make sure that you put a plan in place so that the people that you care about will be properly taken care of if something happens to you. We had a client some years ago who died unexpectedly. I say they're a client. We helped their family with the probate after they had passed away. And they died unexpectedly. And because they had no plan in place, it took a lot longer to get things wrapped up for that family than it would have if there had been a proper estate plan in place. And it meant that there was a lot more expense involved. So it's really important, if you want to make sure that your family has an easy time after you pass away, to make sure that you have a proper estate plan in place that gives everyone direction and spells out who's going to be taking care of what responsibilities. The third reason that people often put off estate planning is simply complexity and overwhelm. So they think, gosh, this is really complicated. I just don't want to dig into all the details of this. It's super complex and I'm overwhelmed. That deters a lot of people from moving forward with their estate planning. Now, that's one thing about working with a knowledgeable estate planning attorney like the guys at Smith Barid. We are focused on trying to simplify the process for you and to explain the process to you in simple terms, to explain what an estate plan is, what a will is, what a trust is, in a way that you can readily grasp and see the application in your life. So if you're interested in learning more about how we help families protect their legacies from probate, predators, and government intrusions, I wrote a free book titled The Ultimate Gift that lays it all out. If you'd like to pick up your free copy of The Ultimate Gift, simply click the link below, give us your address and a credit card for shipping and handling fees, and we'll ship it out to you free of charge. Read The Ultimate Gift so you can learn how to protect your family. So we really work hard to try and simplify the terminology. We try not to use terminology unless we absolutely have to. But for example, I always talk about a living trust as being a bucket, because a bucket concept is easy to understand. It's a bucket you put your assets into. You're holding onto the handle of it as long as you're competent and alive. And if you can't manage it anymore, the person you've chosen will take over the bucket for you without having to worry about going to court. So that's the way that we try to simplify things for our clients and explain it in plain English terms that any layperson can understand. But I do understand why that could be a hindrance to moving forward with estate planning. Take the time to watch our YouTube videos. We explain a lot of the terminology and the concepts in very simple terms in our videos. Take the time to watch those and then go see an estate planning attorney about getting your plan in place, because it's super important. The fourth reason that people often put off estate planning is that there's a reluctance to talk about death. And I completely understand that. Discussing death is uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable topic. But remember, estate planning is not just about death. It's about making life easier for the people that you leave behind. So it's making things easier for your loved ones. And having that in place can really bring you a tremendous peace of mind, a sense that, hey, no matter what happens to me, I know that everything is in place and my family will be well taken care of, regardless if something unfortunate happens to me. And that peace of mind is extremely valuable. You won't be up, in the middle of the night worrying about those kinds of things anymore, because you've got that in place and set up to take care of your family if something, should happen to you. The fifth reason that we find people put off estate planning or don't do it at all is simply a lack of awareness. So many people are just simply unaware of the importance of estate planning. It's a failure of education, if you will. What we try to do with our YouTube channel, the book that I wrote called The Ultimate Gift, presentations that we give, public speaking engagements, webinars, etc., is to try to give people the information that they need about estate planning so that they can understand it, readily get the concepts, and move forward without hesitation into getting their estate plan in place. So if you're one of the people who has unfortunately put off your estate planning, don't wait until it's too late. Contact us today. There's a link in the description below where you can schedule a free call with my team to figure out how we might be able to help you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Estate Planning Guys for more insights on estate planning. Remember, it's not just about the planning for the future. It's about protecting those that you love.